Right now on Connecticut's news station, Hartford police investigating a double shooting overnight. The manhunt underway right now and what we know this morning.
A state police cruiser and a lot of other cars were a victim of break-ins. We'll tell you how to prevent your car from being targeted next.
And we're helping you kick off your financial goals, kicking them into high gear for 2024. We have expert advice on how to achieve them. That's coming up for you at 8:30.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And a good morning to you here on January 2nd. Glad you're with us on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Tim Lambert.
And America Areas, good morning. Thanks for starting off your day with us. A big day for a lot of kids and us adults heading back to work for the first time in maybe a week or so.
Gotta get that grind going, yeah.
So we are getting it going here. We've got gorgeous live looks of Hartford, Mohegan Sun, New Haven, and Guilford as we toss things over to Matt for some good news today.
Best viewed from inside for now, but give it a couple hours. That sunshine's going to feel pretty good, and that's the headline. In fact, we do have sunshine. For the first time in, I can't even remember, it's been over a week. Despite the little chill out there this morning, mild temperatures later on the day. We've got two storms we're watching. The first one's a miss, the next one behind it may not be. We'll show you that coming up. Satellite radar picture, there's nothing resembling any kind of storm out there. Clear skies, north, south, east, west, a very light wind out of the north and west, taking temperatures that are in the low to mid 20s inland, upper 20s at the shore. There's your wind, mostly calm, but just a little bit drops the real feel down to 17 in Putnam, 19 in New Milford, and Norwich, Chester 2. So it's January. It's supposed to be cold. It actually should be a lot colder than this. It will not be as we get to the lower 40s today. That's almost half a dozen degrees above where we should be for your normal highs. We will correct that. And maybe we'll bring in some January-like weather. We'll talk about that coming up. What's on the roads right now? 8:02. Hello, Rachel Piscatelli.
Hey, good morning. It's been relatively quiet this morning, which is nice. We have some road work over in Windsor this morning, out by 37 and 38. So we are seeing some minor delays over on 91, that southbound side. So you may see counter that, but that is a small stretch of the roadway. Other than that, looking live over in Jennings Road this morning, you can see traffic is flowing just fine. We'll take a peek over in West Hartford, so you can kind of see it, but there is a bit of a sun glare on the camera. Just some minor delays traveling into the capital city this morning. There, New Haven looks pretty good. New Britain Ave to the Hartford Tunnel is a 9-minute drive. Glastonbury to the Founders Bridge is a 6-minute drive. And just checking in with Fairfield County this morning, your drive times on your interstates over there looking pretty good with no major delays to report, guys.
Okay, Rachel, thank you so much. Well, this morning, Hartford police are investigating a shooting that injured 2 people on Franklin Avenue.
Yeah, we're following this very closely. Brooke Griffin is live on the scene with the latest information from police. Brooke, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Hartford police tell us that this scene originally looked like a car had just crashed right into this restaurant here. You can see the structural damage now on this building, but they say it quickly turned into a search for a suspect instead after they found out that 2 people had been shot. One of them is now in the hospital in critical condition. Now, officers tell us this all really just started before 1 o'clock this morning. That's when shot spotters in the area of Franklin Avenue and Bodwell Street, which is where we're standing now, alerted them to the numerous rounds that had been fired. They tell us when they arrived on scene, the officers first saw the car crash into the front porch here at Tico's place. That's what I just showed you. But at a closer look, a man in his 20s was sitting in the driver's seat, suffering from gunshot wounds. They tell us he was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. Investigators tell us that driver was shot while he was already inside his car and then crashed while trying to get away. We counted at least 5 bullet holes in the passenger side of his window. Police say while they were investigating, they learned a 19-year-old man had showed up at a local hospital with gunshot wounds as well. It was determined that he was also shot here at this scene on Franklin Avenue. Officers say that he is expected to be okay, but at this point, they are turning this investigation over to the suspect. They're looking for the person that shot these 2 men, one of them, again, in critical condition in the hospital this morning. That was the one that crashed here into this restaurant. If you have any information whatsoever, Hartford police want you to go ahead and give them a call. You can also give them any information anonymously by calling Crime Stoppers. They say that would be a good option as well. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much. All right, 8:05, police are investigating a string of car break-ins. This happening in East Haddam, including one state police cruiser.
Yeah, and normally locking your car is a good step to stop this from happening, but these break-ins were happening to both locked and unlocked cars. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is live in East Haddam, not just with details on what happened, but other ways you can protect your vehicle. Lindsay, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, police say at least 25 cars were broken into here in East Haddam. Some of those cars were unlocked, but other cars were locked. Police say the thieves smashed windows in order to get inside those vehicles, including one state police cruiser. Now, take a look at your screen. This is a picture of one of the suspects police believe they are looking for. At this point, it's still unclear how many suspects police believe are involved, but this is one potential suspect right here on your screen. Now, this is the car police believe the thieves are driving. It's a white Subaru Forester. The registration is unknown, but police are hoping someone can help identify the people involved. Police believe the people broke into all 25 cars late Friday night into Saturday morning. Now, police are also warning residents in the area to stay vigilant to protect their valuables and vehicles. If you have a garage, you should park in it. If not, park as close to your house as you can and in a well-lit area. Never leave anything visible inside your car, like purses, bags, headphones, and even spare change. Police say drivers should consider putting an alarm on their vehicle, which can help scare thieves off. Also, of course, always lock your car. And if you see a break-in happening, always call 911 first and do not attempt to stop anyone on your own. Police in Guilford are also investigating a string of car break-ins there as well, including one stolen vehicle at a gas station. If anyone has any information on any of the break-ins in both Guilford and right here in East Haddam, you're asked to contact police. Live in East Haddam this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Lindsay, thank you. It is 8:07. This morning, fire crews are expected to return to the scene of a huge house fire in Waterbury to try to figure out how it started. Let's show you some pictures of the flames when they were at their worst. Firefighters said they got to the scene here on Crown Street around 8:30 last night. The fire was inside a 3-story home that was vacant. And boy, that was quite a blaze. Firefighters said the heat was so intense that the siding that was on a building across the street began to melt. Fire officials said, again, they're going to return today to try to figure out how it started, considering it was seemingly a vacant house.
Officers in Plainville are looking for 2 people after the town's middle school soccer and softball fields were both damaged. A witness told police that 2 teenage boys tore up the fields with quads on New Year's Eve. We're told one quad was green camouflage, the other was neon orange and white. Now, Fox 61 got a look at the damage, and we saw the tire marks that shredded the field there. Now, if you know anything about the incident, or if maybe you recognize those quads, call police.
State police said they could use the public's help. They're trying to find 2 men who robbed a liquor store. And police did release pictures of the 2 men who they say did it. Police said one of the men wound up pointing a gun at the clerk at Country Liquors in Hebron Saturday night, while the second man took a number of bottles of high-end tequila. Police said the 2 men left the scene in a sedan. They didn't really say what sedan, but call state police if you got any information on who these 2 people are.
Today, a man accused of killing his girlfriend in New Britain is expected in court. 44-year-old Antoine Harris is accused of shooting Sabrina Finch and 2 other people. Police say it happened Saturday inside an apartment on North Street. Investigators say the shooting was not a random act of violence. So far, though, no word on a motive. The other victims are expected to survive. All right, now the war between Israel and Hamas militants continues, with heavy fighting being reported in southern Gaza.
Well, this comes after Israeli officials announced that they were going to withdraw thousands of troops from other areas of Gaza. That announcement is the first significant planned drawdown of Israeli troops since the war started on October 7th. It comes just days after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to press ahead with the war until Hamas is wiped out and until more than 100 hostages are freed. For several weeks now, U.S. officials and other countries have been calling on Israel to scale back its aggression.
Pro-Palestinian protesters cut off access to a busy terminal at JFK International Airport yesterday. Now, this is the second time in a week that people gathered at the New York airport demanding a ceasefire. Last Wednesday, activists brought traffic to a standstill on an expressway leading up to JFK for about 20 minutes. Protesters shut down a major thoroughfare leading to LAX on the same day.
The USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier strike team is heading home after months of providing protection for Israel during the war. The Ford and its accompanying warships will be replaced by 3 other Navy vessels.
All right, plenty more to get to here on the news at 8. Fox 61's Keith McGilvery is joining us in the studio.
Hey, Keith.
A number of people are dead this morning. Hundreds of people evacuated following this plane crash at a Japanese airport. Coming up new in our 8 o'clock hour, I'm learning details about what the Japanese Coast Guard may have been up to before this all turned deadly. It was a mission for good that sadly this morning is ending with fatalities. Those details coming up.
Keith, thank you. Also later, some new businesses are going to make their way to our state this year. We'll tell you which ones you should look out for and where they're going to pop up.
And one lucky person kickstarting the year a lot richer after winning last night's Powerball drawing. We're going to tell you if there was a winning ticket sold in Connecticut. That's coming up for you at 8:45.
As you head to the break, look at this. No clouds for the first time in who knows how long. Hartford's got blue skies. Granted, that means it's a little colder than it's been in some of these mornings. Might have to scrape some frost off the windshield, but it's going to be a good day. We'll have the full forecast coming up.
One full hour of news at 6 p.m. tonight on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. Want to share your stories on Fox 61 Student News?
We can make a difference in our community.
This cafe is brewing a new outlook on inclusivity in the workplace.
Learn how at fox61.com/student news. Sponsored by Big Y and these fine sponsors.
Does your home have rooms that are too cold in the winter or too hot in the summer? Dr. Energy Saver makes uncomfortable homes comfortable. Do you have cold floors, a crawl space, rooms with knee wall spaces like a Cape Cod? Air that you paid to heat is leaking out fast, and that makes your home drafty and more expensive to own. And most homes are woefully under-insulated. Call Dr. Energy Saver and get a free evaluation and estimate. Why not? By saving energy, the repairs pay for themselves. Call Dr. Energy Saver today.
You live in Connecticut.
You know how quickly the weather can change. You need to plan, prepare, and protect your family.
The Fox 61 Weather Watch team has the experience
to forecast, to track, to keep you safe.
Before, during, and after the storm.
Plan,
prepare, protect.
The Fox 61 Weather Watch team. Accurate, dependable forecasts wherever you live, whenever you need it. We always have you covered.
Any law firm can buy TV ads, but not all can deliver results.
What separates Perkins Injury Lawyers is results. $2.3 million for a car crash, $2.1 million for a bike accident, $760,000 for a work injury.
Hire a law firm with a record of delivering powerful results.
Jonathan Perkins Injury Lawyers. Call 1-800-PERKINS.
Get the power of Perkins.
Breaking news and severe weather can happen anywhere at any time.
Now, Connecticut's news station has you covered with live team coverage.
And when it does, Fox 61 News is there. The big stories from around Connecticut, keeping you informed with more local news than any other station. Trust Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. Breaking news at 10 and 11 on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. Plan, prepare, protect with the Fox 61 Weather Watch.
We're following developing news in Japan where a jetliner carrying hundreds of people burst into flames.
Yeah, it happened after the plane hit another plane carrying Coast Guard officers. We're getting straight over to Keith McGilvery. He has everything that we know this morning, a lot of new information as well.
Erica and Tim, we have learned all kinds of new information since we first brought you this breaking news in our 4 a.m. hour. We were just seeing moments ago, and it is a fluid situation, but moments ago, yeah, so here it is, live pictures. They're going in and out, so forgive me there, of the shelled out plane at the Haneda airport in Japan. The headline this morning is that 5 members of a Japanese Coast Guard crew now confirmed dead. The video that you're looking at right now is the scene we shared with you at 4 and 5 a.m. This Japanese Airlines plane just bursting into flames. Nearly 400 people on board evacuated at Tokyo's Haneda airport. Some 370 79 people got off the plane safely, but this is where the fatalities come into play. What you saw here, and we will continue to loop it for you, is what we believe the moment of impact to be between that Japanese Coast Guard plane carrying a number of individuals when it collided with the Japan Airlines plane that was taxiing there on the runway. Learning at this point that the pilot of that Coast Guard plane was able to get out with injuries, but 5 crew members confirmed killed there this morning. Additional new information as you take a look. I believe these are the live pictures again, so still smoke and flames here as this continues to unfold. Japanese news agencies reporting that that Coast Guard plane was involved with relief efforts following the earthquake there in Japan earlier this week. So some sad news. A bit of context here. The Coast Guard plane, from my research, would have carried fewer than 100 people versus that Japan Airlines plane had nearly 400 people on board. So some size perspective there. And then just lastly, the U.S. Embassy in Japan, really the only ones I found talking about this morning on Twitter, obviously saying that flights have come to a standstill. They're out of that airport. Obviously, a lot of Americans curious with what's happening there overseas. So digging for new information, trying to translate some tweets from Japanese. I will continue to do that throughout the morning. But for now, in studio, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Keith, thanks so much for the updates. Thanks for staying on top of all of that.
Yep.
Well, meantime, the long-awaited court documents containing the names of more than 150 people with ties to Jeffrey Epstein could be unsealed as early as today. The documents are expected to contain the name of former Epstein employees, sex abuse victims, and also several prominent figures. Now, this stems from a 2015 civil lawsuit centered on allegations that Epstein's partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, facilitated the sexual abuse of Virginia Giuffre.
Right now, 2 people are dead and 5 others hurt after a fiery car crash in Rochester, New York. But officials are investigating the possibility that it was an act of terrorism. Police said the crash happened right near the Kodak Center just after midnight as people were leaving a concert. Officials found at least a dozen gas cans in and around the car. They also said the driver of the car had rented it from an airport in Syracuse. They believe that might have been a key factor in figuring out if the canisters could have been used for a larger attack. The investigation is ongoing.
Well, this morning, 2 Hawaiian police officers are recovering after getting shot in the line of duty. Police say the officers were trying to arrest an attempted murder suspect yesterday morning when that man opened fire. He led authorities on an hours-long chase across Oahu before police killed him in a shootout.
Well, today, a man charged in the 1996 killing of Tupac Shakur has been asked to be released on house arrest ahead of his trial. Former gang leader Dwayne Davis is pleading not guilty to Shakur's murder. He's accused of handing the gun to a passenger in the car that shot and killed Shakur while the rapper was on the Las Vegas Strip. Now, in the state of Nevada, people accused of helping to kill a person also can be charged with murder. Prosecutors are concerned that if Davis is released, he will try to harm potential witnesses. The trial is scheduled for this summer.
Now, the Fox